Alrighty, guys. Let's talk about free variable. I know this one's giving you guys a little bit of trouble, so hopefully this. Up here, I have a point. Call this point A. Right? What we do, go step by step, just like we would if we have two variables, but now we have a third variable. Okay? We're gonna go -4 on the x-axis. 1, 2, 3, negative. There, I'm gonna go up 4 parallel with the y-axis. Here I go 1, 2, 3. Right? Finally, I'm going to go -2 parallel to the z-axis. So if I draw a line perpendicular right about at 0, right? Then I go 1, right? That's just about parallel. This point is my answer. You really can't tell where that is. You need to give it depth, right? What I'm going to do, retrace my steps back to the order. I go along the axis, long parallel to the y-axis, parallel to the x. Right? Now each corner needs to have an x, a y, and a z touching it. So start with our answer. Okay? Already has a z. We can see that because it's. So now what we're going to do, go and add in an x. So we're going to run parallel to the x-axis, the opposite of what we did. So we went 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left. So we're going to start here, and we're right about at 2. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right. Right? Now, for my y, I went up 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to go down. So about in between 5 and 6. So we're going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, parallel the y-axis. All right. So now this corner has a z, an x, and a y. You can see this one already has 2, right? We have an x and a y, so let's add in our z. So again, we went -2, so we're going to go -2. I'm putting dotted lines to show that they're inside the cube and we really can't see. Now let's go to this top corner. We can see that we went, we have an x, or I'm sorry, we have a y and a z, so we need an x. We're just going to go back. Now we can see, looking, y was our 4. See how it intersected 4 on our y? We intersected with -4 on our x. Even though it's there, I'm going to go ahead and add in y-axis there. Now here, I have an x, I have a y, so we're going to add a z. And luckily, I don't even need to count. I can see where it needs to go to. I'm going to run parallel with the z, like intersect with that line. This line, or this corner, I mean, has an x and a z. Now it needs a y. We're going to come straight down, and it intersects there. intersects there. You can also see how that cube, right, intersected with z negative 2. This is negative 2. We can see the backside of our cube intersects with that. So all 4 points, if I were to make them intersections, are taken care of, right? They're all on that cube somewhere. This is just to help you visualize it. I don't need you to tell me, but I can see that that point's right there. That point's right there. That point's right there. They're all on my cube. That kind of establishes boundaries when I'm drawing it. My final answers, don't forget this one all the way back here. Then if I wanted to show this visible, not visible, I'm sorry, hidden line back here, then just draw a dotted line. I now have a 3D cube that's going backwards. So if I get this out, right? I got the cube. What I have is something like this, right? I have a cube. This would be my x-axis. This would be my z-axis, and this would still be my y-axis. I had to turn it because it's behind, it's backwards, right? This is my z-axis. I went back 2, went back, I went negative 4, and I went up. Or, no, I went up 4, I'm sorry. So this is that. All right? So that's how we graph a. So hopefully that helped. I'm looking, I think my cube looks pretty good. Hopefully me adding in the lines in the color of the axes kind of helps you visualize it. So let me know if that helps in the comments or send. Actually, yeah, I'm posting this to YouTube. Let me know if this helps in the comments or if there's anything else that you're still not getting. And then we can talk about it in class. Now I want to graph an equation. So how do I do that? I do that with the intercept method. So first we start with x, we cover up y and z. I have 4 equals 24, so x is equal 6, 0, 0. Okay? That's going to be over here at 6. Next one, I cover up x and z. I have negative 3y is equal to 24, so y is going to be equal to 0, negative 8, 0. And finally, z, 6 is 24, so it's going to be, okay? These are 4 different points. They all lie directly on the axis because it's my 3 intercepts. So I graph them. So I already did x. Now I'm going to do y. 5, 6, 8. And finally my z. 1, 1. I then connect those 4 points. Okay? And that gives me a plane. Right? All of this in between. Don't forget to shade in your triangle. Alright? So draw a plane for an equation, draw a point. Oh, finally, of course, I almost forgot, label your point. something like that. So draw your cube, label your point. That's why I keep saying your cubes don't need to be perfect. Just show me, like if I were to ask for that point and you had something over here, I would know there's no way you understand what I'm talking about. That's clearly negative x, positive z, negative y. All right? So it should be close. If your cube isn't a perfect drawing, that's fine. Just pick the corner that your answer is, label it, and draw something close. All right? So hopefully this helped. Seeing it in all the different colors, I think it really pops off the screen or off the board for me. Hopefully it works. I'm even going to zoom in, pick up my laptop here. So I can, you can see how I did all the different colors. So hopefully that's popping off the screen. You guys are getting a pretty good idea. So hopefully this helps. And yeah, move on to the final lesson of the chapter.